Alright. I hope this works. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. It's my first time using OBS because Visor did not save the vid. So, speaking of vid, I did this yesterday.
I'm ready to hit a fucking hole in my wall.
And, it did not save. So, I'm gonna go ahead
just come in,
and do it again.
jump top right.
I'm gonna start on, Numbani. So, I want to make sure it's running. Alright.
Right, poke a little bit.
Okay,
if we get a
this is
pick,
beautiful.
go in on it.
So, Visor's working, OBS is working. Right. So yeah, yesterday I did a 3-hour VOD review, going through Numbani and Route 66. I stopped a lot. I'm going to try to stop shorter because I know what I want to say already, from the experience I did yesterday. But I'm going to have to redo this, and I only have an hour and 15 minutes. So until I have to be at your guys' scrim. So I'm going to go ahead and start this.
Can dive, going on it. Not just build ults, especially Genji Blade.
We go left?
No, fight top right.
Was to go left.
Only Widow's going left.
Don't supports go top left? Alright.
I do like this setup, having the Genji over here, the Winston, the Diva. The supports to go high ground, so during the engagement, they will have a strong line of sight to support their team. And the Widow going around to further the scouting. And the Widow going around alone, that's a little bit risky if they have a Widow. I think you guys are riding on the fact that they don't. Either that or your Widow would be able to get a headshot and kill their Widow before their Widow even knows that she's there. So basically what's happening is that you guys are gaining as many lines of sight as possible so you know where the enemy is. And it works. And there's basically a 50% chance that they're out. Let's be honest, more like a 70% chance that they are where they are and not on the ground. So this is a good approach.
Okay. Don't peek out yet,
There's no one over. Tell us when you're
an
diving.
Ash. Alright, here's you go top right.
Here.
Oh,
that's a big, that's a big. Oh, they're rising? Oh!
Huge.
I'm on 10, that's 10.
Just gonna make sure that we're not getting close enough. Alright, so
still
yeah,
10?
3 picks. That's pretty much fight at that point. I mean, their Mercy decided to go res. Don't know why. But she did, and then it ended up with her getting the pick on the Mercy and the Bridget. So yeah, this is basically the first fight. Sorry, I'm a little bit ill.
Cap point.
No?
3 on.
Alright, Arthur, good work.
Okay, yeah, the 3 on call out. In some scenarios it's good, some it's not. In this scenario it's good for a little bit, but as you can tell they have started to respawn, so I wouldn't have necessarily had 3 on at that point. I'd move the Winston Diva up, the Widow at least to go into this corner right here, leaving the Ana to drop down and get the point, and that'll force the tanks to, like, you know, play around here so the Ana can see them and stuff like that. But that would allow you guys to create space instead of
Diva's touching. I'm on Diva.
What's the first?
Even no boosters. I'm on Diva. Okay, one. Diva.
Alright, so Diva no boost. That's not necessarily a good call if the Winston's not dead, because the Winston's priority. And so Diva no boost is not necessarily a strong call. Diva no DM, on the other hand, is, because, you know, you might have teammates that are holding some massive abilities, like Ana, for example, that are key to the Diva not having DM.
Diva, kill Diva. Come on, break.
Break
point.
You kill their 2 tanks, and then the Widow goes down, and your Genji has just arrived back at point because he died in first point. So yeah.
Focus break.
And now it's an even fight.
Reloading.
Baby Devo.
Alright, yeah, the break focus is good. That is the right call. But as you can see in the kill cam, not everyone focused break. And I know it's more than the Genji. I'm not just ratting out the Genji here. I know that there are other people who weren't focusing the break at that time, because the Genji just got back, and there's no way he killed the baby diva that fast unless he has aimbot, or his agilities, one of the two.
Brick cell, brick cell, brick.
One break.
Goes down. Brig is still not
Go
dead.
break, I'm dead.
Yep, Brig is still not dead.
I'm killing Zen though. Alright, never
Brig
mind.
now has full health.
Briggs anti, I dropped.
purple.
Oh my god.
Another thing I noticed, I forgot to call this out. We're gonna go back for a little bit. Tracer was never called out. One thing that I like to do, and I force my team to do, and I do during matches and they do during LANs, because during test matches, us coaches and us staff are allowed to be in the comms, because they can't enforce that. And I specifically asked TESPA if we were able to, and they said technically yes. So I'm always the guy to press tab and call out if anyone has swapped heroes, because I guarantee that the Widow would not be back there alone if you had known that there would be a Tracer.
Reloading.
Baby Devo. Brick cell, brick cell, brick.
Yeah, I was gonna fast forward that fight. Widow staggered a little bit. Genji goes in.
Monkey diva.
Yeah, at that point, I would just... I don't know where the Genji technically was, but you probably could...
Probably. Maybe trance. Not gonna be boosted
Winston
again.
for a dive.
Save for Nano Blade.
Yeah, save for Nano Blade, yeah.
But what if they trank? We could just use Nano and then get a free blade.
Yeah, Nano Winston actually.
Jumping top.
1 second. Whoa. What was the, what was that call out? Please, tell me it's not so.
Save for Nano Blade.
Yeah, save for Nano Blade, yeah.
But what if they trank? We could just use Nano and then get a free blade.
Yeah.
What? Alright, so... what I think I just heard was, let's say for Nano Blade. Okay, that's a good call out. That's the right call out. Nano Blade over Nano Winston any day. There are some scenarios when we want Nano Winston. This is not one of them, because I'm pretty sure someone called out, like, okay, but what if they trans? So Nano Winston. Yeah. Nano Winston can never go through trans. Ever. Unless you have other people attacking them and they're in a grab or something like that. Sorry. But Nano Blade can go through a trance. Gat Genji, when Nano Boost, and you can go through a trance for any 200 HP target and below. So technically, it's not necessarily that. That's not a good call at all.
Yeah, Nano Winston actually.
And I don't
top right.
It's not gonna be.
They're tracers.
Hey,
Top
face the left side. I'm poking. You can enemy. I'm gonna jump on Zen.
Yeah, jump in.
Alright,
No, monkey,
bomb,
monkey,
bomb.
monkey.
I'm bombing top.
Drop in, you
3,
have
2, 1.
On Zen.
Dead.
Okay, so your entire philosophy to Nano Winston here is because they have trans. And that is just... and then you Nano Winston, and then you bomb, and you say, diving Zen, diving Zen. Nano Winston can't kill anything through trans, and bomb can kill everything through trans, but the Zen. So when you're diving Zen, you're baiting out trans. But at that point, you're already wasting 2 ultimates. 3 ultimates. 3, 1, 2, 3 ultimates to bait 1. To bait 1. That's not a good trade-off. Especially when you can just, you know, at max, maybe 1. Maybe just the Diva Bomb. Winston goes in, tries and kills the Zen. Zen ults during bomb. They either have to have their Winston bubble it, their Lucio would have to amp it up to get out, their Brave will shield herself and possibly one other person behind her. It's not a good trade-off if you have to waste 3. You did get 1 with it though.
Fourth trans.
They track.
But look, you got the trans out. Alright, so at least you did the job right. Now, you're already down 2, right? Not gonna win the fight. That's okay. At this point, just don't ult.
They track.
Unlucky. Break. Good job. Zen point. Popping primal.
Probably a reset.
Yeah, that did not need to happen. The two ults that you used did not need to happen.
Top
in, you
3,
have
2, 1.
Alright, well, I'm back here anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna go through this. This is a pretty large mistake here as well.
I'm gonna jump on Zen.
Your whole strategy here is to set up in a way that allows your tanks to create a front line while the healers on a separate aisle supporting them, right? And then counter diving, like, you know, when their tanks dive, then your tanks dive back, and you win that because their break can't get over there. And the Lucio will take a little bit longer, so you capture that quick. But instead of having that,
Then.
Yeah, jump in.
they
I'm
call out
lucky.
the Ana and Lucio. They call them out. Yeah, they're alone.
Top in, you have to.
Winston goes in, right? Boops, Jace, over.
2,
Everyone's
1.
aware. Diva goes down. Your Ana's dead. And your Ana panic nanos Winston. She knows she's gonna die because neither tank are going for her. They're just like, okay, so they're going for our healers. Let's go for theirs. That's not a good mindset because most of the time it doesn't work out because if you're reacting to that, they've already gone for your healers, right? That's already happened. And so you reacting, going for their healers afterward, that's going to take some time. So if you don't peel for your healer dies before you can even get to theirs. And then they'll peel for their healers. Next thing you know, you have six enemies. You have 6 enemies and then 4 enemies. 6 and 4. And 4 teammates, I should say. Because your 2 healers are dead. Healers dead. I'm really bad at drawing with mice. Okay, so yeah.
On Zen.
That. They track.
Unlucky. Break primal.
Yeah. Your Winston didn't need to pop primal here. Your Winston nor your Lucid needed to pop primal there. You had one goal this fight, and that was to get out trans, and then we were like, okay, so let's win next fight. Because you know they don't have beat, because they just swapped to Lucio.
They track.
Unlucky. Break.
Winston, in order to actually do stuff,
Good job.
he gets
Zen
low.
point.
He doesn't even pop primal to save himself, though. Like, yeah, this is just misawareness by your main tank. Is he's not even low before he pops primal. Like, if he was one shot maybe to get out to reset quicker, okay, I get that. There's an actual use behind that. But to pop primal to, you know,
Good
try
job.
and win
Zen
a already
point.
lost
Popping
fight
primal.
is, for lack of a better term, not a good idea.
Let's see. If you had jumped in, I wouldn't have you on the jump in.
So yeah. And you also didn't need to pop sound barrier either. Wait, how many people did he get with the sound barrier?
Jump in. 7.
Popping primal.
Okay, yeah. Also, here, look at this. Lucio has sound barrier. He's one shot. He pops sound barrier on one person. He solo sound barrier
Break.
himself. Sound barrier is
Good job.
one
Zen
of the
point.
top
Popping
3
primal.
ultimates in the game. There's grab, there's tranquility, and there's sound barrier.
Probably
You
reset.
can't solo sound barrier. It's just not. It's not a good
Let's see.
idea.
If you had jumped in, I wouldn't have you on the jump in.
So you wasted 2 really strong ultimates at the end of an already lost fight there.
Do these barrier there as well, or just trans?
I think they just used trance.
They
They're
just
gonna have
switched to
pulse
Lucio.
as well.
No, they use pulse pump.
Both top right
Okay,
again.
yeah, I'm gonna say this. 'Cause
Going top right.
I said this yesterday. So yeah, ult economy, ult calling is really strong. It's a really good idea to track ults. So I'm gonna have to check time, make sure I'm going on time. Okay, so yeah, it's a really good idea to track ults. But there were 2 ults in the game that you can't really check, and Pulse Bomb was one. Was Pulse Bomb and Coalescence for Mora. They just get up so fast that it really doesn't matter. Like, oh yeah, they just use Pulse. She's 85%. She's 85. Look at this, 85% to next. So yeah, I don't know if that's really worth it or not.
Top right.
Tracer's up here. I need help.
I can't help you. Briggs in too deep. Briggs in too deep. I'm body blocking.
I need heals.
Alright, yeah, the Briggs in too deep. Deep where? Here's your team. There are your healers. You're going for the same strat every time. Their Tracer knows this. Your healers are nowhere near your team. You're not going to have any backup. You're not going to have anything. And they're just going to get their asses handed to them by their Tracer. Like, they're going to be out of the fight for a while. They may not kill the Tracer may not kill them, but
heals on the back.
Preventing them from healing you guys.
Keep out, rally.
Mag.
They got our Widow. D.Va just back out. You jump off the map.
They have no hit scan. Change Widow for Pharah.
Okay, changing Widow for Pharah in this scenario is... It's not the worst idea, but your reasoning is. Because the argument they have no hit scan doesn't really mean much, right? I mean, if you're running this comp against goats, and then you'd be like, yo, they have no hit scan, go Pharah. It's not going to do anything. Pharah alone just doesn't counter goats. So yeah, if you do something, you need a reason to do it, and that reason needs to be valid. Because if the reason's not valid, then you have no reason to do it.
He wasn't really deep.
You guys are just ignoring as they go for healers right now.
Back up. Stop for set. Stop.
Someone said it. You guys are ignoring them because they just go for healers. That's why you're losing. Now peel for your healers. Either that or push together. Stop pushing split. Pushing split isn't necessarily a bad idea.
Now.
I actually, on this map, it's good. For one push.
No more Tracer.
Cut on, they're kicking your ass.
Alright, we only have Blade to work with. Let's save it for Nano.
Go bottom, let's go bottom.
Bottom left, bottom left.
Okay,
yeah.
So...
For some point, we only need a tick.
I'm gonna go point.
Point. Okay, so that's a good idea. You want them to dive you. Luckily for you guys, Winston leaps way too early.
Monkey.
He needs to die. He needs to die. So you need to be screaming, monkey, 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 monkey. And you need to let everyone know that if you shoot at anyone else but monkey, you're throwing. So...
Monkey jumped, I'm on monkey.
Break shield.
Yeah, that's not really convincing.
I'm gonna jump up, 3, 2, 1, high ground.
He's locked.
Look at that. Monkey doesn't die. And then you guys... Okay, so now you have a new dive target. So you're ignoring monkey at this point, which is not necessarily good because now this person would be fucked if these people even listen to you. But it doesn't look like
He's
they
locked.
are.
D4 trans.
So yeah, you go up, you die. They trans, they barrier, they primal.
I'm dead.
I think a nano. I was gonna die. So.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a habit that your Ana has, is she panic nanos when she's about to die. And I mean, you have 9 seconds left. Okay, yes, that works. But you did it before too, so that kind of needs to not be a thing. All right.
I don't have primal, I can't touch.
Yeah, it's over.
Ending first.
Alright. So I'm gonna take a sip of my Coca-Cola. Oh. Alright, so yeah. Okay, so this comp you're running, Orisa Torbjorn. It's a good comp in theory, and it can be played really well. Like, I'm a pretty big fan of Torbjorn lately. After the rework, and this comp I can.
We can't really be aggressive with the EMP. We have to use it more defensively.
You have to use EMP defensively. Okay, yes, you're completely right there. But I mean, Torbjorn's whole point is tank busting. He counters dive. They're gonna have to dive you because you're up there. So they're gonna have to dive you, or else you're just gonna rain in damage. But you have no like massive damage. You have the Zen Discord, which is the best.
Dive Doom Sombra.
Okay.
Because I don't see their other DP.
I skipped defense yesterday, so this is new for me. I just went offense here, went straight into 66. So okay, so what I'm gonna point out
DPS.
right now is the way you're set up. I don't know if you're gonna still be set up like this. I don't want to criticize until. Okay, yeah, you're still set up like this. Okay. So there are 2 people in your team that kind of get this strategy, or 3. I'm gonna say the D.Va does. So the strategy here is either making them dive you, and using your Zen Discord and your Torbjorn to kick the shit out of them. Because Torbjorn just does a massive amount of damage, especially with Discord. Oh, it's brutal. So that could happen if you guys were together. You have 2 people, you have your Torbjorn and Ana, right here, who are really far from the point, right? Really far from the point. From the point of holding right now. Your Zen is, though. There's your Zen. Your Zen gets it. And this is just lack of prepping and communication. I don't know how new this team is, but you guys practice every day. And do vaudeville on Wednesdays, and then, well, every day except for Saturday. You practice, 5 times a week, which is great. And this needs to be fixed, next practice. Is, in-game communication, at least get set up properly. You did on offense. You had your strat down for there. That's awesome. You got to mirror something like that for defense. So, Numbani and Gibraltar are dive maps. And so that's why this strat could work, is because it's complete anti-dive. And if this wasn't scrims, this was an actual game, and you actually had to hold first point, it'd be a lot better. So, yeah, okay. So here you guys are. So they're gonna dive them. They were doing a really good job on that on offense, or when you guys were on offense. So you basically have one solution to this, and that's D.Va. So if they dive, right? If they dive, so we're gonna have a wall here. We're gonna have an imaginary barrier, right? Your team wants to be on this side, right? This is, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Okay. Green is good. Red is bad. So your team wants to be on this side, right? Yay, this side. They want you to be on this side so they can dive. Why did I do that? That is such a failure. Okay, so imaginary barrier. Green, good. Red, bad. Okay, so yeah. And the reason they want you over here, right, is so when they dive, right, they can dive on the barrier. Boop you guys back. They can't see you, right? These guys can't see you, but these guys can. These guys can't see them either, right? So diving like that, right, would forcefully boop them back. So it would forcefully boop them. I'm gonna draw on blue back, right? And so then they're Winston and D.Va, right? Both, boom, boom, right? Kill them, easy. You're down 2 players at that point. And they're Sombra, and they know that now because of Sombra. Sombra is a scouting hero. You guys knew that they were going to dive too. So right when the dive call was right when you were like, okay, so they have Doomfist, Sombra, or Winston and D.Va, they needed to be running back because now they can dive and get the enemies. I'm gonna call it right now. That's what's gonna happen.
D.Va coming top. D.Va fell.
Okay, jumped on our supports.
Ooh. Oh. Their monkey fucked up, but your Ana fucked up more. Okay, so okay. So they screw up big time. This monkey needed to jump on this side of the barrier, or on this side of this wall thing, this wall thing. But instead jumps on this side of the barrier, booping them back, right? So yeah. So we're gonna take this slow. Okay, so yeah, he jumps in this barrier. Both of them know that. Both the Torb and the Ana know that. Torbin's like, oh shit, I fucked up. So he's gonna run back, right? Which is the right thing to do. Get behind the shield, get some protection, get some healing, right?
Okay.
Boom, boops him back. And it looks like D.Va's gonna go over here too. She goes over here. It would be a little bit hard to salvage. But your D.Va should be able to stop that.
Okay, jumped on our.
Yeah, D.Va goes over here too. And Torbjorn runs back like, oh no, I fucked up. They dived me. But Ana, instead of running back, Ana goes to Winston. She's trying to die? Well, I'm pretty sure what she's trying to do is to get a sleep dart on him.
On our supports?
Which is not a risk I would take at all. The D.Va's like, oh crap, Ana, you screwed up big time. I'm gonna come help you.
I'm hacked.
It's not enough.
Monkey.
Ana's already dead.
D.Va with discorded.
I got booped.
So, yeah, your Ana dies. Then it makes it so much easier for them to dive everyone else.
Booped off. I got booped off at one point. On D.Va.
Yeah, Doomfist was booped, and at that
Monkey
point.
hack.
D.Va 1, D.Va 1, D.Va 1. Go ahead and pop D.Va out of mech.
Yo, go recontest comp.
You
I
can.
think we can. You
Alright,
go monkey.
Yeah, go monkey.
Oh, I can't
Even
swap.
change. Yeah.
I got bad spawn. I'm just gonna have to sit here. I'm 50 on
I'm
bongos.
gonna get.
You're still running, Orisa. You no longer have the Torbjorn, alright? But you're still running the Orisa. You swapped Tor for Doom. So you're running, like, everyone in dive except for Lucio and Winston. And in current dive meta, you kinda need Lucio and Winston. Because Lucio allows the tanks to more easily peel for the Ana, as well as get the Ana in position faster, so you can dive a little bit more aggressively. The Zen is okay, I mean, but like without a Winston, you're just...
I'm gonna get D-Mac.
Donner, D.Va, I'm on Doom. Doom 1, Doom 1.
They know you guys mostly spawn there, but not all of you, so they're gonna go ahead and try to win the team fight. They are already
On D.Va.
basically dead.
Doom in the back. Doom in the
Doom,
back.
I'm on Doom.
Reloading.
Doom got out. Maybe on bongos, I'll bongos.
Alright, your shot calls are, like, you say, like, okay, I'm on D.Va. You need to be saying, you know, go for the D.Va, go for the D.Va, go for the D.Va.
On D.Va.
Summer left.
I'm back.
Moner.
Okay,
There's
Summer.
EMP,
Chase
there's
EMP.
EMP.
Lucky.
I got mech back.
Bongos.
Hold the
Holding
bus.
corner.
I remember watching this. Okay, so... yeah, maybe I did go over defense on New Bunny yesterday. I don't remember. Because I remember this. Okay, so... maybe I just skip first point. So... you get a few kills. Awesome, you're going to win the team fight. So right now, your goal needs to be, alright, just take as much space as possible. Your Sombra gets that. Your Sombra goes up. She's shooting at people. Your Doofus goes up. He's being threatening as hell. Your Lucio's dead. That's okay. And the rest of you guys, you're like, the call was to hold bus. So either two things need to happen. Someone needs to overrule that call. And call the right call, which would be get aggressive, W's, W's, W's. And then hold this corner up here. Because you have that's a lot farther. And that's in front of the payload, which is good. Because I remember this in Route 66 yesterday too. I don't think I'm going to get there, so I'm going to go ahead and do it today. So there are 3 ways you can hold. I'm going to do this in back. Alright, so here's way 1, or here's choice 1, choice 2, and choice 3. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so here's the cart. Here is the cart, all dressed in black. Okay. So version 1, okay, so the cart's gonna be moving this way. The cart's gonna be moving this way. This is where the cart's moving. This is where the cart's moving. I'm really bad at drawing with this. Okay, so blue is gonna be defense, red is gonna be offense. So version 1, you guys hold behind the cart, right? This is what you do. Version 2, you hold on the cart. Version 3, you hold in front of the cart. So version 1, go red. The enemies come in. Here's the big enemy blob of 6 people, probably goats in 90% of the maps, except for New Bunny and Gibraltar. Let's be freaking honest. So yeah, so here's a big red blob. All right, so then red attacking holds the cart. The cart moves. ... Gets to the enemy, and then there's fighting. Right. Choice 2, on the cart, is here's the red blob, right? Here's the red blob. And I'm OCD, so I have to do that. They do dot 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 dot. They go up. There's supposed to be an arrow. I'm gonna keep it accurate. They go up and then fight on the cart. Choice 3. Here's the red blob. There's the attacking blob of goats. They're going dot 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 dot, fighting here while the cart is moving back, just inching back every so slowly until red kills blue, and then they push the cart. So red kills blue. Okay, so we're gonna do red wins. Yay, red wins. Then the cart is going to be back here, and then they push it, and then they push cart, right? So choice 1 is what you do. Choice 1 is a bad choice on most things. It should be about 70, 20, 70, 25, 5. We're gonna call this. So this should happen. Okay, so blue should happen about 75% of the time. 2 should happen about 20% of the time. And 1 should happen about 5% of the time. And it's all situational. This on Nubani, this is definitely a choice 3. This is part of 75%. That is great. I still think that's too high. It should be like, let's be honest, it should be like 8, 15, 80, 15, and 5. So pretend that's 80, 15, and 5. But basically, you should be holding in front of the cart most of the time. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, like if the cart's like in the corner, right? If the cart's like right here, right? Then you should be holding on the cart because you don't really want to go past it, past that corner. But in this scenario, you do want to be holding on to that corner.
Pulling?
1 more hour until the sprint.
Yeah, play split. Don't play by the Larissa.
Yeah. And I remember, I don't know what coach said it, but it's on my list that I gave my team of like good quotes by Overwatch coaches, and it was if everyone's doing you rather have everyone doing the wrong thing than some people doing the right thing. And I don't remember who said it. No, I'm pretty sure that was Kirby. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was Kirby. He's my mentor. He's the head coach for the Fusion. He's the one who has been helping me get better at this. He's my mentor basically. So yeah, he said that you'd rather have everyone doing the wrong thing than some people doing the right thing. So the call was to hold on bus. You had 3 people that were moved up. Like you had 3 people up here, but the call was to hold here. And if we can go back a little bit, right? So yep, you kill that.
Hold the bus.
Hold the bus. Awesome. Sombra's up here. That's okay. Doomfist goes up there. And then in order to save them, D.Va goes up there. So now you have, and then Lucio goes
play
back
split.
to
Don't play by the.
Except he's not trying to get them back. He's healing them. He should be on speed boost right here, and allowing the Ana to heal while they push back to the bus and give the enemy team.
Don't play by the Larissa.
I'm me and Phoenix.
Yeah.
They're gonna EP. They're gonna EP. Oh.
Okay, yeah. Another reason we should have held the corner is because now they have a lot of space. I saw you guys retreating. I don't know why you retreated all the way back, though. I don't know why the Orisa went back, because that just, like, showed them... That showed weakness, and then they're just gonna...
Oh, I'm fortified. I'm on high ground. I got booped high ground.
They just used 3 ults to kill 1 person. That's okay.
I got bomb. Do we have EMP?
Wait.
Okay, yeah, okay, so I don't get this. This is the second time it's happened. They kill the Doomfist.
I got bomb.
They kill the Sombra. and Orisa ults. The fight's done. Dude, to be honest, after the Doomfist, you shouldn't use Bongo anyway, because the Bongo, like, it's a damage boost. Doomfist strives with damage boosts.
Do we have MP?
So she pumps Bongo.
Wait.
Yeah, even the opposing Winston knew that mistake. You know why? It's because he's not going for the Bongo. He's going for the Orisa. He's completely ignoring her damage.
We gotta reset the using.
Yeah, reset.
I'm just off the monkey.
We can recontest this.
You might be able to if Orisa changes to
I'm
Winston.
dead.
Alright, we engage the CMP bomb.
Yeah, it changes to Winston. Alright,
We don't need our full team here. Summer, do it whenever.
that's good.
I'm going.
Gotta go.
Alright, so... Okay, so EMP bomb. Most of the time, like 85–90% of the time, you want to bomb before EMP. Because that gives time to Winston to be like, okay, I'll barrier it, just hide on cart and stuff like that, right? And people use their movement abilities at the end of it, right? So you kind of want to like bomb and then EMP like afterwards. So yeah, in this case you EMP first. Doomfist is not going to get affected at all, and he's one of the people that you really need to EMP, because without his abilities he's completely useless. His passive doesn't even affect his passive abilities. So yeah, you guys kill the Doomfist at least, which is good. You also kill the Winston, which is awesome. The call for not having the entire team, basically everyone but the Winston, because the rest decided to fortify when she should have died.
Mom?
This Winston.
Heard it.
On point, I'm just saying on point.
Summer high ground, I'm hacked.
But you do play this really well. Like, just your positioning standpoint, right? So, he goes down. Winston's almost back. Doomfist is coming in, trying to get a kill. EMP bomb just happened. Alright, so yeah, EMP. I think, did you bomb before EMP? Yo, what the hell? You bomb a split second before EMP.
Mom?
This Winston.
On point, I'm just saying on point.
Alright, Sombra's on high ground still. So yeah, your positioning at the end of this is not good. Because you need to be, the D.Va needs to be on high ground. It really should only be like the Lucian Sombra.
Summer high ground, I'm hacked.
So now it's Winston's job to get on high ground. You don't need 4 people on point. You just need 1
I'm hacked.
to test it.
Yeah, baby diva top
You need to be
left.
staggering.
I want to get out.
Okay.
Not big deal. Just gonna kill her.
Is it Summer still on our back?
Oh, went for the
I
Sombra.
checked the mega there.
You rather kill the Sombra than the Baby Diva though. Now she's just gonna stay
What do we
alive.
got?
Coming.
Nano?
Keep getting ult charge like that. She's at 69% right now.
And Doom?
Yeah, you can
Nano.
me early.
Yeah, Nano Winston.
Yo, sorry.
Put pressure on the Winston.
Sombra
Monkey,
still.
monkey.
Okay, in this case, Winston should be nanoed. There's not really anyone else better, except for maybe to save the Diva. Maybe the Doomfist. I like nanoing Doomfists, because I'm a sucker.
Yeah, monkey, you can have me, yeah. I'm on Ana. I'm on Ana. They beat it.
Good.
I'm still on Ana.
I'm on Ana. I'm on Ana. Notice how you're the only one on Ana. So that is either your fault or the Diva's fault. In this case, it's your fault, because you're on Ana. Everyone else on their team is completely ignoring you and then going for the rest of your team, forcing them to push back because you don't have a Winston.
I'm jumping back to point. I'm on monkey.
Burn monkey.
I can't
Still
heal you.
monkey?
Alright, so you've wasted 2 ults to kill the Ana. That's okay. You have to win this fight at this point.
Heal you
Monkey?
through shield.
Kill the monkey. Kill
Winston
the
half,
monkey.
Winston
Kill the
half.
monkey. Kill the monkey.
Winston low. Nice.
Yeah, you killed the monkey. Good job.
Nice.
I'm on point.
Doom.
I can't get Doom. I can't get Doom.
Good job by the Diva to stay on point and then get off
I'm on
and
Doom, I'm
chase
on
the
Doom.
target once Winston's on point. That was good. Okay. Your beat's a little late there, bro. You didn't have it.
Doom.
Oh, you used it right. Oh, you got beat right when Diva lost her mech. That's brutal. Yeah, at that point, I wouldn't have beat. I would have been like, okay, fuck it. Now you're honest dead.
Doom one.
Team back.
And then Their Sombra used EMP, and at that point you should have known Sombra had EMP. But there's Sombra that wasn't a good EMP. Like she should have gotten a lot more with that than just the Winston. She could have gotten at least your Sombra, maybe not your Lucio because it's all the way back there. Oh no, there's your Lucio. That's your Diva. Yeah, she should have gotten the Sombra and the Diva if she was just here instead. That was supposed to be an X, by the way. If she was here instead of all the way back there.
I'm dead.
Even my
You could test. You could test. Sombra, you guys could test. Are we coming back?
Devo back low. Devo back really low. Left, right room. D-Mac.
No point.
I'm back.
That was so close. Yeah, if that was communicated, it would be good. But that's a good strat what you just did, and and there was no communication for that yet. So what happened was, I don't know if you guys know what happened, so I'm gonna go over it. So I'm gonna break this down. So they take some space, right? They take some space after the EMP.
Are we coming back?
Devo back low. Devo back really low. Left, right room, right.
Like your Winston, and so they dive in. Your Doomfist and your Sombra counter it.
Right room.
Which is good. Your Winston drops. You kill their mech. You kill their Winston, and then immediately they lost their tank line. So you guys need to push up, and you do. But this wasn't communicated. The drop back, knowing that you could kill them, was not there. Like you guys had no idea if you could kill them or not. I think their Ana just missed a few shots, either that or she didn't have nade.
I'm back.
But then no one said, oh nope, she didn't. She did have nade, or unless she just got it at that point. So yeah, if that was communicated, it would be impressive. But it wasn't communicated.
Kill that.
Ana. Lucio? Nice.
Let her live.
Hey, Luck wins game.
Back up.
Ooh.
Let her live.
Luck won you that fight. That's good. That's a good thing. Winning fights are good.
What do we got?
EMP bomb.
This is a scrim, so you kind of think that you did something with.
EMP bomb.
Yeah.
I'm guessing why you have
build
the
them.
Bomb, yeah.
Got an EMP like the last possible second if we for the bomb. Make them think they're safe.
And wait until they're in. You get out. I'm bubbling you.
I have bomb.
Okay.
Wait for them to close cart, and then we're
wait until they're like close to
I'm
cart.
ready to EMP.
He doesn't have back yet.
Yo, Suichi stick cart.
Sombra on me. I'm gonna die.
I'm ready. Sucks.
You can toss it.
Okay, so this was all miscommunication here. We're just gonna go back completely before the fight.
Need to build them.
Alright, so yeah, Diva is on point, making sure they don't back cap. Okay, that's awesome. Don't know where your healers are. Your Sombra's over here. So, okay, so what Sombra needs to be doing is Sombra needs to be scouting to tell you guys exactly where they are. You know, alright, they're on the back of the bus, they're in the front of the bus, right? Or as I like to say, they're pre-Rosa Parks, they're post-Rosa Parks.
I'm poking a little bit.
Got an EMP like the last possible second
So,
for the bomb. Make them.
alright, so then Diva gets off, because it's over 5 back, and only one person can really back cap at this point, and that's their Sombra. And look at that, there she is. So you know that you have enough time to react.
I think they're safe.
Good.
And wait until they're in. You get out. I'm bubbling you.
Okay. Waiting till they're in. One person uses an ability, and it's a hero you don't have to wait for to kill.
I'm bubbling you.
And that's Doomfist. Notice how he hit it through the bubble as well, so it didn't matter if you bubbled her.
I have bomb.
Okay.
Wait for them to close cart, and then we're
wait until they're like close to
I'm
cart.
ready to EMP.
He doesn't have back yet.
Yo, Suichi stick cart.
Sombra on me.
Okay. Sombra on me is good if you had good team awareness. I'm pretty sure like in Route 66 your team awareness was not that good. And right here. So your healers are back here. JC, and then that's where's your Sombra? Your Sombra I think is nope, that's your Doomfist. Alright, so your Doomfist is nope, there's your Doomfist, there's your Sombra. Winston and then Diva and then heals. Okay. So yeah, EMP bomb was a strat here, which is a great strat on this point because it works really well. But you are nowhere near set up to do this. The D.Va has no idea where the Sombra is. Sombra has no idea where the D.Va is. And the Winston is doing cart. When at this point it should be the Sombra. The Sombra should be on cart here. The Winston should be able to peel back, guarantee the kill on that Winston.
I'm gonna die.
Instead, so the Winston is still fighting them. I'm pretty sure that was Jace saying I'm gonna die.
I'm ready, sucks.
Winston primals. So now it's gonna be a lot harder to peel for the healers. So the Winston really should be back there. And the Sombra should and Doomfist should be on card.
You can toss it.
Okay. So saying toss it. Alright, so at this point, you're sacrificing your healers. Boom. You don't give a fuck about your healers anymore. You're sacrificing your healers to win the team fight. You kill everyone but the Winston. The Winston's last alive. Winston 1v4. You win it. Awesome. Okay. Great. Right? D.Va, where's the Sombra? Oh, I don't know. Probably around there. Nope. All the way back here. That's where she's getting AP. So,
Toss it.
Bomb. D.Va is going to bomb straight up. Because she has no idea where the enemies are either. Because she's assuming, oh, the enemy's by the Sombra. Where's the Sombra? Probably on cart. The enemies are probably on cart. Nope. So she bombs straight up. Nowhere near any enemies whatsoever. Nowhere near the EMP. It's not even in the EMP's range.
Big bomb.
And your Doomfist dies because he's up there alone. Because the Winston had to be on cart. Because their Winston dove... Because the Sombra was up here, which allowed their Winston to dive the healers. Which forced the healers to push back and eventually die. And then the Sombra called EMP, which the D.Va had to go ahead and bomb, but she had no idea where the enemies are, so she bombed straight up on cart, which bought them maybe a second.
They got beat off?
Winston's still alive at this point. Their Lucio popped ult for no reason whatsoever. Their ult economy is a little bad. Not as bad as yours has been, but there's...
On Doom. On point.
So at this point, you just need to down. The fight's over. You need a down point. You gotta play for the next fight. And your Winston does what your Winston does best, which is ult during a losing fight.
Primal. I'm contesting it.
Down 3.
Contesting as long as I can. I'm on monkey.
The ulted went down 2. One of the people who was down was on it. The other one was Doomfist. So you don't have anyone do high damage. You don't have any heals. And you fall fine.
I'm gonna swap Brian's RA.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys need to be playing the final point here. Well, okay, so you're going... Okay, so you are going Brawl, right? You're going Brawl. But you're going Brawl with the Sombra. So Sombra Doomfist Rein Zarya, it's not the best. It can work, but it's not the best. At this point, just go goats. Or either that, or I've actually seen Orisa work well on this, because high ground isn't that necessary, because there isn't much high ground. So Orisa, what you're running on point 1 could really be good on point B. But Zuji, haven't seen the Rein yet, so maybe his Rein's like really good, and I'll understand that if I see him go ham here. But what the Sombra needs to be doing in this is setting up for these Doomfist kills. Either that or completely punishing their dive. She needs to be peeling for the heals, force the Winston and D.Va to dive, you know, hack the Winston, and then the Winston dies. Awesome. Don't know if that's what's gonna happen. But that's what needs to happen.
You can add me early this fight.
Alright.
Okay, so she hacks someone. I think it goes.
I'm swinging early.
Someone's doing hard. I stopped him.
Okay. So it's not that big of a deal when it's not goats v goats, but it's still a big deal when you have a Doomfist. On the other team is using your projected on Rein. Because right here, you pop it a little early. Like, you don't even know where the Doom is.
Someone's doing hard. I stopped Doom.
Doom's behind you. You might not even have to bubble the Rein. You might have to bubble someone else. You're using your barriers to get charge, and that's not what it is. Zarya's not a DPS. Zarya's a support. You don't, like, charge is great, don't get me wrong. Like, you want high charge, but you don't want to, you know, use your bubbles primarily for that purpose. Your bubbles literally gives someone invincibility. It's huge. Another great way to use your bubble on Ryan is if their Ana hits a nade. That would be huge. Is the bubble that Ryan after he gets hit by an Ana nade, so he can get heals.
Stop Doom behind. Doom.
Ooh, that was brutal.
Come on.
All right. So you nano boost the Zarya. I want to know how much charges Zarya has because there is no way it's over 70.
I can't shield.
And that's fight. Okay, so your Doomfist gets a kill. Alright, you're playing for the next fight at this point. This can work. This can work. Okay, so what needs to happen at this point? Your Doomfist gets a kill. You hear the meteor strike. Okay, awesome. Doomfist has to go for a kill. He can't do this to get out. He has to go for a kill and just sacrifice his life at this point. Lucio needs to be sprinting back to the spawn, waiting for these three to respawn. You want the Rhine back in the fight as fast as possible, with Jace backing him up to stop the fight as fast as possible, without going any further distance. Okay, your Doomfist gets a kill. Your Zarya gets a kill. That's huge.
There's one.
Dies tragically, but that's okay. Okay, so you get 2 kills, right? Your people are respawning. You only traded 1. You can take this as a 5v4 and win.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, we
I'm
can
gonna
dash.
I'm gonna play him.
But the Lucio wasn't there. The Lucio wasn't there to speed boost. So
Play him on
you
Doom.
go a lot further.
Kill Doom.
You shatter no one.
D.Va.
Kill Doom.
You shatter no one.
Kill Doom. No more ults.
Wait, that wasn't even a shatter, was it? Nope, that was a Doomfist. Never mind.
Kill Doom.
Alright, so your Lucio pops ult amidst the nano window.
Kill Doom. No more ults. Kill Doom.
Don't know what that no more ults thing is, because you're still not looking good. Your Doomfist switched to Hammond to get back faster, and you do have spawn advantage. But they're gonna start coming back now.
Kill Doom.
One. He's actually one.
Oh my god, that Doomfist won. Kill the Doomfist. Oh, thank god.
No ults.
Monkey half, left side. Monkey primal, farming grab off of him.
Slap Lucio.
Alright, so Monkey Primal, farming grab off of him. Okay, awesome. The fight is still not won though. Like, you still haven't won the fight. You need to be focusing on the fight winner at this point. And if it's between a Monkey Primal and a D.Va mech, Monkey Primal, especially at a Monkey that's losing health that fast, is definitely your option.
Charging, I'm
Instead
being
of saying farming grab out of him, you didn't be yelling, "Hey, everyone, kill the monkey, kill the monkey, kill the monkey."
being pressured.
I've grabbed.
Because when you say farming grab, no one's like, they're not gonna all shoot at the monkey. They're like, let's let them get grabbed.
I've grabbed.
The fight's still not won. Look, now they're up 1.
Hanzo's half.
There's a monkey on me. I'm gonna die.
I'm grabbing. That's on.
Okay, I have grab. You said I have grab. That's not saying I'm using grab, and that's not saying who I'm grabbing, right? You're here. You're gonna grab. You're gonna grab here, right? No one else is in position. One, your Rhine's dead, right? I don't even know where the hell your Sombra is. And your Wrecking Ball and your Lucio are all the way back there. Not planning on going up.
Monkey on me. I'm gonna die.
They actually start going back. So you grab.
I'm grabbing.
Alright, so you don't even call it out. If you had called it out, maybe the Hammond would have gotten there. He would have been like, yo, I'm going to go ahead and grapple up here, I'm going to swing, and I'm going to slam, and I'm going to do a crap ton of damage to those motherfuckers.
It's Hanzo and Nana.
Instead, the monkey continuously kills their Ana. I feel like your supports just hate this team. Because they're getting dove so often and not having...
And Lucio.
You kill the Hanzo, okay. And then Sombra has to use ult
It's huge.
to finish things off.
Nice.
And then you C9. This is like actually C9 though. Like this isn't like, you know, you're in overtime, you're just trying to get a kill and like, oh, someone doesn't get on point in time. No. C9 means you're gonna win. You just don't get on point, so you lose. I would call this a C9 because there was a better chance that you would have won this fight than them.
Huge.
And this is all on the Zarya for not calling out the grab. If she had called out the grab, they would have died a lot sooner, and then they'd be fighting on point at this point.
Nice.
And maybe Lucio didn't even have to be there.
Oh, is that a C9?
Point though.
I think so.
Alright, I need like 3 minutes.
There's a lot of mistakes.
I'm taking a piss.
Need a drink.
Holy shit, dude, my head hurts so much. Oh.
Same.
Alright, so
All the
a
time.
few big pointers. Get your comps down.
Because my brain's too big.
You guys have to get those comps, get those strategies, and you have
I'm
to
glad
learn
someone's
heal.
finally listening. Thanks, everyone.
Their monkey was the fucking MVP, and he shouldn't have been because he wasn't even the best player on their team. The only reason he looked like the best player on his team is because you guys didn't peel for your supports at all, and that Ana just kept dying over and over again. I feel so bad for Jace. So yeah, get your comps down. Communicate your ultimates and abilities. Don't use an ult without telling the team. Don't use an ult. Don't use a panic ult. And talking to the main tank, don't know what his name is. Don't use an ult in a fight that's already lost. I think I saw that three times.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything, but
4 times?
that was tilting.
I hope that's Jace talking. I hope that Jace who just said that was tilting, because I could see it. I respect that Ana. If that Ana wants to complain, oh, I'm gonna have it. If I was that Ana, I would complain as well.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
So yeah, that's Nubani. I don't know what else I can do. It's currently 5:25 p.m. and the scrim starts. I'm in Mountain Time. Yeah, I'm in Mountain Time. I'm 2 hours behind East Coast time because I go to college at the University of Arizona in Tucson. So sorry about that. It's an email. So yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I hope scrims go well tonight, and I hope I can prove myself to you guys because I think I can do a lot for this organization. I feel like there's a lot that you guys need to improve on, and there's a lot you can improve on. I believe you guys are a 4-point-something key. I think you guys are GM team. The team I coach is the average SR at the beginning of the season. I know was like 3.7. I'm gonna take an average SR at the end of the season, preseason I should say, and see how much they've grown individually. But we started off with 1 GM. He's now no longer GM. He's one of the 2 people who haven't grown SR. But we now have 2 people consistently in 4100, and then one person consistently, or 2 people now consistently in 3900, including the one who used to be GM. And then 1 person who's in low masters, and then 3 people who are in diamond, including 2 people in like really low diamond, but they're really good players. One of them just plays well tilted. So this will be a bigger step because I'm dealing with all GM players, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, this has been Strider. Yeah, so that's the review. I'm gonna figure out how to end this now.